And a backlog of parking permits at Midtown and downtown Sacramento is leaving some neighbors stuck.
Tickets are still showing up on windshields while they wait for permits to be processed. KCRA 3's Andres Valle spoke with some frustrated people tonight. So Andres, what is the city saying about this?
Well, Andrea, the city admits to the backlog of these parking permits. So that's why on Friday, they're going to be hosting an in-person clinic to help people with those applications and kind of streamline the process. But again, the people we spoke to say the date and the time just doesn't make sense. Across Midtown Sacramento, finding parking can already feel like a challenge, especially if you live here.
A lot of us don't have access to garages or driveways.
And as more people move down to the side of the grid, it's making it harder.
But now residents say a delay in Sacramento's residential parking permit system is making it even more difficult to park without worrying about a ticket.
I do think that the city is taking advantage of the downtown residents right now.
The city of Sacramento confirms a high volume of applications is contributing to longer processing times, adding in a statement, quote, "We understand that this can be frustrating for residents, and we appreciate the community's patience as we work through the increased demand."
It's been a process that I've been ongoing waiting for, especially because I've had to switch over cars.
The longer wait times leave people at risk of getting a ticket, like Ikea Clark, who has already been given a few citations so far.
Let's talk about upwards to $60 to $80 with taxes on them, and that's an increase from the last couple years, so it's definitely hitting the pockets.
The city adding, parking enforcement officers do not have visibility into the status of individual permit renewals in the field, so vehicles displaying expired permits may still be subject to citation. However, residents who are actively in the renewal process and receive a citation can contest it.
The problem is they could easily extend the validity of our current passes and, extend that for a month, 2 months, or whatever the time they need in order to make up the backlog.
I think the city needs to take some accountability for that and maybe pay some of the bill on that and not push it off on the people that are living down here and spending the money down here.
To help curb issues, the city is hosting a permit assistance clinic on Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to help residents complete their application and get support in person.
You mean when everybody is going to be at work?
It could be on a Saturday or something where typically more people are off, and it just seems odd that that was their choosing.
And the city adds that the staff are trying to process all of these applications as quickly as possible. They also want to mention, too, if you're planning on applying for these parking permits online, just know that it will take a month or so because they have to process those applications as they come in. For now, we're live here in Midtown, Sacramento. Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, this is something that impacts a lot of people. All right, Andres, thank you so much.